Pierluigi Paganini is a cybersecurity and intelligence expert and CEO of Cyberus. He joins us via Skype from Naples. Thanks very much for being with us. So, on this suggestion that the banks have been encouraged by the European regulators to do these cyber war games, what more do you know about this, and how unusual would that be?
I'm not surprised, sincerely speaking. Professionals like me that work in the cybersecurity industry know very well that nation-state actors like Russian one are threatening Western critical infrastructures like banks, telecommunication companies, power grids, and so on. However, Russia-linked threat actors are not the only ones that are threatening European banks. In the past, North Korea-linked advanced persistent threat actors already hit several banks worldwide.
So at the moment, how vulnerable are the banks to these kinds of cyber attacks?
I can tell you that there is no computing system that is totally secure. Banks are a privileged target for both state-sponsored hackers and also cyber criminal gangs. An attacker could use so-called zero-day exploits to target any system and has a great likelihood of success. A zero-day is a flaw that in a computer system that is not known at the time of the attacks. This means that defenders have no idea of a bug in their system, and the attackers exploit it in order to breach into the target networks. You must also consider the nation-state actors, like Russian ones, are well-resourced and usually have multiple zero-day exploits in their arsenal. For this reason, defense from their attacks is not simple.
Now, last year, the White House blamed Russia's foreign intelligence services for the biggest ever hacking campaign, which used a US tech company to compromise at least 9 government agencies and around 100 companies. And do you think that they've strengthened their defences since then, or that the systems have actually been put in place to prevent that kind of thing since then?
I told you that every system could be hacked. It's important to change the approach, and when you are aware that the nation-state actors is targeting you, probably the best thing to do is to increase the level of security through the information sharing. Information sharing is probably one of the pillars in the defense from cyber attacks. If you are aware about the attacks, if you are able to share information about the attacks, you have a great likelihood to defend your system without any damages.
As a result of those attacks, the US imposed sanctions against Russia. Do you think those will have made any difference, or will make a difference?
I believe that it will make no difference, sincerely speaking, because sanctions and this kind of, let me say, decision or made by governments have no effects on the other side. Probably the best way is to try to increase the level of security of the critical infrastructure. This is the only approach that currently we can have in order to protect our systems.
Pierluigi Paganini, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you.